डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी.
Friends, welcome back. In today's session, we will take one demonstration of various kind of animation that can be specified as XML resource and display it on screen programmatically. So on screen you can see we have one text view which displays select animation. Here you can see we have list of animation like blink, bouncing, fade in, fade out, etc. And when user clicks on particular animation, for example this is blink, so my image is continuously blinking. Suppose I click on bouncing, it will bouncing on the position. Then we have fade in, so you can see slowly it displays. Then we have fade out, so it slowly disappear from screen. Similarly, we have rotation, which rotates our image on the screen, and we have translate, which actually moves object and after finishing it place it back to original place. Then we have zoom in. So here you can see first it's zoom in and then again comes to its original position. Then we have zoom out, so it's equivalent to zoom out. Then we have sequential, so first translation, again translation, rotation is performed in a sequential manner. Then finally we have composite, so it zooms and rotates simultaneously, that you can see on the screen. So friends, in today's session we will learn how to perform these kind of animation on the screen. So first we will understand project structure. So we have one activity called animation activity, and we have one layout file called activity underscore animation.xml file. So again, interface is very simple. The first is a text view, the second is a spinner which displays various animations name, and here is a image view. So I want to apply animation to this image view. So this is our layout file, and name of image view is image view, name of spinner is spinner, and we will not use this text view in a program, so we need not to worry about its ID, but its ID is text view. Here you can see inside resource folder we have one directory. If it is not there, you can always create this directory by right clicking on new, and then you have to click on directory, and you should give name ANIM for animation directory. So we have given name that animation. Inside these we have different type of animation defined as a XML resource. We will understand these, but before that I want to show you coding part. This is my activity file or Java file. So I have declared one image view to take reference of image view defined in layout. I have declared one object of type animation to actually perform animation. If you see inside import, animation is available inside view package. Inside that there is animation package, and inside that there is a animation class, and one more class we use is animation utils or utilities. So these two classes are defined inside view package. Inside view we have animation. This is a spinner, and this is a string array that list various animations names that you can see on the screen. Then array adapter is required to populate all these string array inside spinner. So we have declared array adapter, and inside on create we have set our content view to activity underscore animation, so that that file is displayed initially. We have take reference of image view and spinner using find view by id, and we have set array adapter, and inside spinner we have set adapter to array adapter. So these will actually display various types of animation names. Now, like previous example, we have implemented set on item selected listener here, and remember inside position you will get index of item selected by user. So here you can see the first is blink. So in case 0 we have to perform blink operation. In case 1 we have to perform bouncing operation. In case 2 we have to perform fade in operation, and so on. So inside case 0 I have created object, animation object, by calling static method load animation of animation utils class, and it takes two arguments. First is a context and second is a animation resource defined as a XML file inside animation directory of resource folder. So these blink refers to blink.xml file defined inside resource folder. Inside that we have animation folder, and inside that we have blink.xml file. So you have to repeat same code with different XML file for every case. So first we load animation using load animation method of animation utils class, and inside that there are two arguments. First is context and second is the name of XML resource. After that you can call start animation method of image view. So I write down iv.start animation. We provide animation object as an argument. So it will start that animation specified by blink.xml file. Now here inside activity underscore animation we have one image loaded. So all animation are performed on these object or image. So likewise we have written different cases. Only change is the second argument of load animation. So here we want to call bouncing animation. Here I want to call fade in animation inside case 2. Inside case 3 I want to call fade out animation, and so on. So all these names refers to rotation rotation.xml, translate refers to translate.xml inside animation folder, and zoom in refers to zoomin.xml. Likewise zoom out refers to zoomout.xml. So inside different case we have specify different XML resource which actually responsible for animation. So this code is very easy to understand. Now let us try to understand these XML resources one by one. So here I am clicking on blink.xml. So here you can see animation can be set using set attribute. So just write down set like this. So it will specify animation. Now in blink what we want to do is we want to change transparency. So initially transparency is 0, that means image is not visible. So from alpha specify transparency as a 0, it means my image is completely transparent, is not visible on the screen. And inside to alpha we can specify 1, that means now transparency is becomes 0 or it is 100% visible. So between 0 to 1 you can specify from alpha and to alpha. So it starts with disappearing and slowly appears to 100% visibility. Now inside interpolator you can specify various interpolator like accelerate interpolator, etc. When you write down these, you will see various types of interpolator. The duration is 1 second. So every 1 second animation starts from no image to full image, again it disappears, then starts from 0 to 1, that means non-visible to visible. So these will, now this repeat mode is reverse. Here you can see either there is a restart or reverse. So initially it goes from 0 to 1. So I called repeat mode. So again it repeats same, and these will continue in for infinite time. So by combination of these two we can specify how many times we want to repeat. Here we want to repeat infinite times. So I hope you understand. Blink means image is non-visible to visible and then again invisible and again come back to visible at every 1 second. So this is how you can create blink animation. Then we have bouncing. So here you can see feel after is true and interpolator is bounce interpolator. That means we want to provide bouncing effect. Now here I specify duration as a half second. These specify scaling. So X scale is 1, that means 100% width. Initially height is 0, that means it shows collapsible. And 2 scale is 1, that means in X direction we don't want to make any changes, but in wide scale or height we want to convert from 0% to 100%. Here you can see that in bouncing it height is changes from 0 to 100, that you can see here. So now look at this bouncing. So you will see its height is changing from 0 to 100%. So this is how bouncing works. Then we have fade in. So fade in is very simple. The duration is 5 seconds and fade in means it should be disappeared. So from is 0 and 2 is 100%. That means it converts from invisible to visible, and fade out is reverse of this. So here you can see it is converted visible from 100% to 0%, and here you can see feel after is true. So it will not come back to its original position after animation. Then we have rotation. So here you can see my rotation starts from 0 to 360 degrees. So from degree specifies start angle, 2 degree specifies end angle. Now these pivot X and pivot Y specifies reference point with respect to which rotation is performed. So this is center point. 50% means center of image. So from center of image it rotates and duration is 1 second. Repeat mode is restart and we want to repeat for infinite time, and this is interpolator that we have used earlier. So this is all about rotation, right? Then we have translation. So translation will move from X delta to 2 delta. That means it moves 0% to 75% and duration is 1 second. Here you can see feel after is false. It means after translation it again come back to its original position. Now let us try to see that. So if I given translate, it translate and then again comes back to its original position because of these false. If it is true, then that image remains there. Then we have zoom in. So duration is 1 second. So X scale is starts from 1, Y scale is starts from 1. That means I want to start with 100% image. With reference to center, I want to zoom and I want to make the image size 3 times larger. So X scale, 2X scale is 3 and YX scale is 3. If I write down 2, that means I want to make the image size twice the original. So it makes the image size thrice times larger than the original. So this is how this zoom in works. And zoom out, I specify duration as 1 second. From 100% to I want to reduce size to half of its original size. So I specify 2x scale and 2y scale as a 0.5. So original image becomes half of its original size and with reference to center point of image. So pivot x and pivot y is center point of image. So this is how zoom out works. Now let us try to understand sequential. So inside sequential, first we translate as usual. Again we translate. Third time we translate. Fourth time we translate. And at last we rotate. So let us see inside this phone. I am giving sequential. So one translation, second translation, third translation, fourth translation and rotation. So this is how we can apply animation and finally we will understand composite. Inside composite we have completed scale and then immediately start rotate. So it performs in parallel. So it not only scales from 1 to 4 times, that means 4th time larger than original, but it also starts rotating from 0 to 360 degree for infinite time, that you can see here. If I select composite, then you can see rotation and zoom both perform simultaneously. So this is how we can perform composite operation. Friends, in this demonstration we have learned how to define various kind of animation as a XML resource, and we have load that animation using animation utils class load animation method and display inside image view or perform animation inside image view using start animation method. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration. Thank you and happy learning. स्वाध्यायः परमः